Steven podcast. I hope you enjoyed the introduction. Now I'm gonna sing you a little song. Oh, you're making me insecure. No one is like that. A sick culture. Keep your product, we're not inferior. There's always an excuse to smoke. I drink to the poverty, well divide the ads, abuse my heart, choking as I swallow solo and by. Built-in obsolescence, come in, pushing insurance, I've had it. You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Television's brainwashing us down. Ethics will make you broke, as if there were a selfish hope. The fool's fight is on my throat. I'll kick and scream until I buy. There's a man in every woman and a woman in every man. The religions hate the women, so traditions have to die first. Built-in obsolescence, come in, pushing insurance, I've had it. You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Television's brainwashing us down. Product propaganda, it goes nag, nag, nag. Product propaganda, it goes nag, nag, nag. Product propaganda, it goes nag, nag, nag. Product propaganda, it goes nag, nag. You close-minded prick, you're dragging us down. Television's brainwashing us down. Ads, 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 ads. Ads, 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 ads. Whew. All right. Oh, jeepers. Welcome to the VeganSteven podcast. This is the number 1 vegan podcast. Can you believe it? VeganSteven and podcast is a parody of podcasts. VeganSteven is a fictional character. All guests are allegedly fictional characters. All the events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. It doesn't say poor people, sorry, it says poorly. The following program contains coarse language due to its content, should not be viewed by anyone. Sometimes I watch back the podcast and every fucking time I make a balls of the illegal thing, like every single time. I don't know how, some of my legal advisors and stuff were saying, listen, you don't want to be fucking up the thing, so just say it. But I don't know. I think it's for me it's way more entertaining making a buzzer every morning, because it just shows like we're only human and perfectionism's a load of bollocks. But water's good crack. This is I've already read that. Or have I? This is the VeganSteven podcast, number 1 vegan podcast promoting positive mental health. There's a lot of themes in this show to do with mental health. Woo! Mental health is coming to get you. Alright, so today we will be talking about an action-packed We will be talking about an action-packed hamster. But we will also, apart from talking about action-packed hamsters, we will also be talking about South Korean pop star PSY, which is what's he getting up to. We've been doing a little look at the Russia Today. How you getting on? We'll be doing one of our very first segments on business news, which I know business news load of cock, but fuck it, we'll give it a go. As soon as I said cock, I was like, oh my god, am I allowed to say cock? What minority group am I discriminating against if I say cock? Do I have to apologise? And then I was like, no, I think cock's okay. I think cock's grand. So, go fuck yourselves. I can say cock as much as I want. The thing about cock is, cock, 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 cock. I can say it, and yeah. Man, alright, moving very swiftly on. Let's see, we got a little segment on self-sabotage. / feeling undeserving / glass ceiling. So they're all under a little umbrella of your thoughts about yourself and how they affect your exterior life. Right, we got the old mental health news. How you getting on with that? Vegan news, yeah. Business news, talked about that. A little bit of PSY. A quick review on Rick and Morty, season 4, episode 4. I think it's season 4, episode 4. The fucking VeganSteven bringing the most hippie, hottest news in. Oh, it's a gorgeous cat outside. Man, she's got the cutest little white boots on, the cutest little paws. She's fucking gorgeous. But she's a fucking killer, man. She's out on the hunt for fucking mice. Like, you can go, oh, that's a lovely little thing. Oh, I'd love to just cuddle and just have a little cat and just, oh, that's lovely. But cats are fucking killers. Well, you think they're fucking killers, but when you actually live with one, you just realise they sit in their hole all fucking day. And for 1 hour of the day, they're out there fucking hunting. But for the rest of the day, they're in fucking licking their paws, sleeping on the job, and all the rest of it. They're chancers. They're absolute chancers. While I'm robbing jokes from Tommy Tiernan, I'll keep going robbing his jokes. He was just saying how frustrating it is for partners as far as his philosophy, but he said it's so frustrating for him, for his wife and stuff, because she gets quite annoyed, at him, because he's on the stage and he's there going, oh, I'm jumping around, whoa, my flea, wah. And then, but the rest of the time when he's home, he's just sprawled out, just or else he's I don't know. He doesn't, says he just kind of lies about and kind of just, I don't know. And his wife gives out to him for never talking to her and stuff like that, and how his kids don't think he's funny and all this stuff. But yeah. I don't know. I just kind of relate to him because people are always giving out to me for not talking. Because I absolutely hate fucking talking. But then when I'm on playing live or whatever, they see me jumping around and wah! And cause that's great, but I can't do it all fucking day long. Gotta, like a cat, gotta charge all batteries up and then. So I guess I'm like a cat. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. So, glass ceilings, what's the crack with them? And self-sabotage, what's the crack with that? We're going to find out here on the VeganSteven podcast. The time is 11:29. 11:29. The date is the 11th of the 12th, 2019. Fucking hell, should we do some kind of Christmas countdown thing? Christmas lot of cock. I want a counter up, just of how many times I can fit the word cock in one episode. Alright, we'll see. Right. The thing about cocks is, I think that's subtext to cock. Oh god. Oh, subtext is what you call when you have underlying subliminal messages to do with sex. It's called subtext. So if you're watching a news reporter, and she's always like drinking out of the bottle like that. You go, oh jeez. There's some. There might be some subtext there. There's a lot of subtext in ads. You know, like women getting covered in milk and all sorts of erotic things. Topless lads running in slow-mo. Yeah, you see a lot in music and stuff, people doing a lot of crotch movement on stage, and it's like, why are they moving their crotch so much? And then, they're replicating like sexual actions. That's mental. Apparently people go, oh, that's so silly, that doesn't work. But people don't really understand how their subconscious works. Here's why. I'm learning. Lads, we have a look at the weather for the crack. We've never looked at the weather before. That'd be mad. People always ask me, like, can you look up the weather there on your phone? I always refuse to, because, you know, it's always going to be shite, like, I don't want to be, like, to be honest, it doesn't bother me, but other people get so disappointed, like, it's raining again today. It's raining every fucking day in Ireland. What do you expect? Like, if there's a little bit of sun, you're like, oh jeez, there it is. How you getting on? But no, if you're revolving your world around something that disappoints you all the time, like a football team, you're gonna be living a shite life, aren't you? Like, letting your happiness revolve around whether some football team does well or not. Like, everyone goes, oh, it's just entertainment. Oh yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, listen, I take everything way too seriously, so don't mind me. I was only talking. I was only giving you all my words. I was doing a bit of the old philosophy thinking. I was thinking to myself how I apologise a lot on the podcast. I was thinking, sure, fuck it. Will I just try not apologising? But that's kind of what everyone does in their podcasts. They just, I don't know. I was also thinking how unqualified I am to have my own podcast. I'm not going to name any names, but I'm just going to list off every podcast I've ever listened to in my life. All right, just so you can just see like how literally. I know the camera's turned off, by the way. We're having some technicals. Who has here in the office? But bear with me, the sound is still going, and that's half the battle. So, Jesus, every single time there's a technical difficulty, I just fucking shit myself. I just go, right, the world's fucked. May as well quit the podcast now. We had a good run, and then it's just a matter of a few clicks, staying calm. I wish I could like breathe into the panic or one of those like things, but no, I just generally panic, and it takes years of practice to get this good at pretending you're not panicking when you're actually panicking. But on the other hand, when you're just rambling for the sake of rambling to keep the show going, you kind of forget what you just talked about. So there you are. I kind of run at one. Oh my god, I can actually wind the show and find out what I just said. That is fucking mental. Oh my god, this is like the fucking Matrix. Okay, I'm gonna go on the live. This is fucking bonkers. Oh my lord. Right, so I feel like I'm spying on myself here, right? Because I'm going on YouTube and I'm gonna watch the live feed. I know this is really simplistic stuff, but I'm all new to this podcast. And go, that's me. It says vegan. Jeez, I'm looking well. It says VeganSteven thing. Alright, we're just gonna rewind and see what the fuck is gonna happen here. Alright. I think the live I got to make sure I turn on that live chat. I know this is really simplistic stuff, but I'm all new to this podcast. That's me. It says vegan. Jeez, I'm looking well. For the sake of rambling. Okay, let's find out what I was talking about. I wish I could like breathe into the panic. Okay, breathe into panic. What else was I talking about? May as well quit the podcast now. We had a good run. One of those like. It takes years of practice to get the. Maybe I wasn't talking. Sorry. Maybe I wasn't talking about Anthony. Is anyone else confused? This is absolutely wild. For the sake of rambling to keep the show going. Okay, what was I talking about? Every single time. What was I talking about? Let's find out. I just keep replaying one bit of me laughing. Some technicals. Alright. What was I talking about?
There's a little bit of sun, you're like, oh jeez, there it is. How you getting on?
We're talking about the weather.
It's only giving you all my words.
I was
doing a bit of the old philosophy thinking. I know the camera's turned off, by the way.
Alright, listen, I don't think I was ever talking about anything. I'm just going to turn that off because that's confusing the fuck out of me. Alright, we're moving on very swiftly. I know you guys at home are screaming, going, oh, you're talking about this. Sure, fuck. I can't cheat. I can't be looking at the comments. Gotta stay in the. Alright, listen. Here's a bit of stuff. Self-sabotage. Here we go. What is? It's time for the commercial break, people. It's your favourite part of the show. It's that part where you fucking. We're gonna find out after the break what self-sabotage is. I know what you're thinking. I can just Google that myself. You could. But please don't, because that's all I have. Alright, so listen. This is the part of the show where you guys have a little think to yourself and go, listen, this is your problem tree. And you go, listen, this is where I hid the money, but this is where I hid the money and I killed that woman. But and I kept her fucking dirty socks under my bed. Or whatever mad shit you're into. Or else, like... Okay, I was going to say I ran over that dog and never told anyone. That's a bit grim. So sorry about that. But, oh shit, I just took off my hat. Everyone's going to know who I am. That's my secret disguise. I'm like Clark Kent, man. Do you know like Clark Kent has those glasses? And he's like... and nobody knows who he is. It's absolutely comical. It's... he just puts on the glasses and no one knows who he is. Or takes them off. Comedy gold. Oh my god. Okay. So this is the part, it's your problem tree. My problem tree. My problem tree. So you know what I'm on about. We do it I don't explain it. I do this every fucking. Good luck with the. Now the problem tree gets a bit handsy. Alright, we've had complaints come in about the problem tree. You know yourself. Sometimes we had women going on about, oh, I feel very bad for like playing with me lad, playing with myself all the time, and the problem tree was just fapping off. So listen, they don't call it a piece of hard wood for nothing. It's called the problem tree for a reason. So just be responsible with the problem tree. So here's the problem tree's drum beat. I'll leave you in the capable hands of the problem tree. The problem tree. The problem tree. Cup of coffee down. Listen to me. Give me attention. Excuse me. This is my show. Give me attention. Okay, sorry. Okay. And we're back in the room. And scene. Okay, here we go. Oh fuck, you can see how cold it is. You can see my fucking breath in Studio B here. I'll be wiring up Studio A today. I'm fucking so excited. I have this... Alright, I won't get into it because this is about everyone, not just me. I gotta build some mystery. Okay, self-sabotage. Stuff that can relate to everyone. What is self-sabotage? We're gonna find out. What is self-sabotage? Behaviour is said to be self-sabotaging when it creates problems in daily life. When it crosses that that threshold. VeganSteven, the king of consistency. With long-standing goals among the most commons. I'm gonna have to really concentrate and read this. Alright, here we go. What is self-sabotaging behaviour? Behaviour is said to be self-sabotaging. I'm very confused by when the sentences start and finish here, but we're just gonna keep going. Like, when do I breathe? When it creates problems in daily life and interferes with long-standing goals. Among the most common self-sabotaging behaviours are procrastination is self-sabotaging. That's mental. I didn't know that. Fuck. Self-medication. Oh, Jesus. Whoops. Such as drugs and alcohol. Comfort eating. Oh, ho, ho, I don't do that. Brilliant. I'm okay. I've only got 2 out of 3 or something. I'm okay. Whew. Alright, I don't know what it is about food. It just I just prefer other things. And forms of self-injury such as cutting. Alright, I'm not really into that crap now. I'd rather if someone said, do you wanna cut your wrists there, do you want a pint? I'd be like, tough question, but I might go with the pint. I know I'm making light of serious psychological issues, and the reason cut themselves is because they want to have a quick escape from their repetitive thoughts and so on. But listen, I don't know. Moving on. How to stop self-sabotaging behaviour. Jeez, this sounds good. And this is by... It doesn't say. Oh, sorry, it does. Entrepreneur.com. Right. Man, they love clickbait, don't they? They give you like 3... They give you like... They say, right, listen, there's 8 things. We'll give you 7 of them. And we'll only give you the 2 lines of all the answers, so you just confuse you, and then it goes ... Okay, here it goes. How are you getting on? How much for the glasses? The glasses are... Oh, God. This is live. The glasses are... I'll have to auction them off. Alright, I'll settle for 1 soul. I'll settle for 1 soul, because I am the reincarnation of the devil and all those things. Okay, listen. Number 1, understand how to start taking immediate... Alright, here we go. Number 1, understanding self-sabotage. Number 2, recognize self-sabotaging habits. Number 3, identify root causes. 4, these are big asks, like, fucking hell. Identify causes. Good luck finding that out by yourself. Number 4, take time for self-reflection. 5, find your inner positive voice. Okay. 6, change your pattern and behaviour. Fuck me. That is a very big ask. I'll just change who you are there. No matter. 7, make small meaningful changes. It's very hard to do all this stuff unless you have a reason to do it. Do you know what I mean? It's all very good going, just be happy there. Just snap out of it, grand. But you kind of people need some kind of hope of some kind. And most people just go for religion because it's like, religion is biggest in countries of, oh Jesus, I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying this. I just won't say that then. Oh my, I don't know. I need a lawyer here, so there's like a 5-second delay, and that way I can just say whatever the fuck I want, and there's a team of lawyers just gone, right, we'll let this through, go on, because it wrecks my head having to censor my dialogue to keep people's feelings from not getting hurt and all the rest of it. 8 ways to stop self-sabotage. Entrepreneur again. Oh Jesus. Let's see if we have any other references here. Self-sabotage. What is self-sabotage? Says Psychology Today. I still don't know if Psychology Today is a joke website or if they're a serious They're serious, but they're there. Are they just a website that pays for Google Ads? Who knows? But they're at the top of the search engine, so... Alright, here we are. We're back. Behaviour is said to... Shit. Some of these sentences just don't make sense. It's like you're just jumping in mid-sentence, some of these things. I don't really get it. Okay, here, listen. Behaviour is said to be self-sabotaging when it creates problems in daily life and interferes with long-standing goals. Among the most common self-sabotaging behaviours are procrastination... We just read this. For fuck's sake. Alright, same thing, but I think they just copied and pasted it, to be honest. I think they just copy and pasted the same thing. Rightio. That's not really what I was worrying about, self-sabotage. For me, self-sabotage, my understanding of it is when you don't feel deserving of something. So then you start to fuck it up. Like, I don't feel like I deserve this job, so I'm just gonna fuck it up, or... Yeah, it's a very deep underlying... that's why it's so hard to even know you're doing it, because it's a very... What's that word? It's on a subconscious level, and sometimes it requires months of psychotherapy to even realise... even start to realise what the fuck's going on with your subconscious. Like, you like... You can think you're independent and all the rest of it, but the animal urges are there. Like, you're always going to want to... ride a load of things, eat food, what do they call it, play with your cock, eat a bit of food, and I don't know if it's be warm or be entertained. There's like 3 things all like people want. And when I say play with your cock, I mean women as well. Women love playing with the cocks as well. They just pretend they don't. They're a little bit sneaky about it. Right, feeling undeserving. Oh, the best kept secret about... Alright, the Huff Post is on the case. Let's find out what Huff Post have to say. We're opening up a new tab just for you. And it says... man, Huff Post is one of those long-winded bastards. They have a little cheeky headline and then they go into a big fucking paragraph. Alright, here we go. Bring healing to... Alright, fuck that. We're moving on. Huff Post, you let us down for the last time. Let's see what the glass ceiling is. Okay, glass ceiling. A glass ceiling is a metaphor. This is a word that is I use in my vocabulary a lot, so I'm just gonna see what's all about. A glass ceiling is a metaphor used to represent an invisible barrier that keeps a given demographic from rising beyond certain level in hierarchy. The metaphor was first contained by feminists in reference to barriers in the careers of high-achieving women. Very good. I love brilliant. What's Oxford have to say on it? Okay, here we go. Noun, they say. Oh, can I get it to say it?
Glass ceiling. Glass ceiling.
I wanted to... Oh, man. I'm going to get this to say all kinds of things. I'm going to get to say cock. I'm going to get... it's going to... Lads, you're in for a good time. Oh, my Lord. Alright, I'll do that in a minute. I got to be professional and find out what the fuck's going on here with the glass ceiling. But as soon as we get this out of the way, we are playing all sorts of mad words. Here we go. Noun. Glass ceiling. Plural noun. Glass ceilings. Alright. Oh shit, the computer's turned off. Come on, breathe. Come on. It's okay. Alright, we're back. Are we still live? Stop. Okay. That was very scary. The computer just decided to kind of go to sleep there, and I hope everything's working. Are we online? We're online. We're back. Okay. Brilliant. Very scary, but brilliant. We're back. Oh, I can learn it in different languages as well. Okay, here we go. Wait, I'm just going to find out if I can get this to read this out loud. No, okay. I'm going to keep going. Jesus. An unacknowledged barrier to achievement in a profession, especially affecting women and members of minorities. The first female to break through the glass ceiling in engineering. So, it doesn't tell you who the first woman was, but apparently that's a quote from her or something. I don't understand. It's not telling me. So, I don't know what this stuff's all about, so we're just finding out. We're just finding out what the glass ceiling's all about. We're just finding out what the glass ceiling's all about. Oh, girls like to play with their cocks too. Yaddy 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 doo. Hey, bamboo ceiling. It says here, women and people of colour, East Asian and East Asian American news outlets have coined the term bamboo ceiling to refer to obstacles that East Asian Americans face in achieving their careers. Are they actually talking about actual bamboo that like pandas eat, or are they talking about something else? Hey my love, how do you feel about the glass ceiling? Oh yeah. Okay, there's a big chart here to women's earnings. Yeah, I definitely... Anyway. Number 1. David Cotter and colleagues defined 4 distinct characteristics that must be met. Oh, go fuck yourself. It's always some fucking cunt, isn't there? I'm here using glass ceiling to promote fucking everyone, and then some fucking dickhead comes along and goes, listen, if you want to fucking glass ceiling, it must reach 4 fucking criteria. Go fuck yourself, will you? Sorry. I apologise. Okay. This is VeganSteven's manager, and he would publicly like to apologise for... Well, it's hard to talk to your nose. Anyway, listen, there's a disturbance there in the airwaves, but we are now back and we are live. So some lad... Alright. I think I even misread it, but... It's VeganSteven's an emotional lad. He's an emotional lad. Okay, let's look at see what this David Cotter has to say. A gender or so that was an example of my emotions taking over my logic there, ladies and gentlemen. I felt attacked. I felt like a rat in a corner, maybe because I am a rat. Maybe because I hang around street corners, and I had an emotional outburst. All right. So yeah, I got the lawyer in, made a public apology. I donated to a charity. Allegedly. Here we go. A gender or racial difference that is not explained by any other job relevant characteristics of the employee. Number 2. A gender or racial difference that is a gender at higher levels of an outcome than lower levels of an outcome. Alright, number 3. This is so fucking boring. I love the glass ceiling metaphor because it's fucking class, and I think it's, yeah. Okay. We're taking deep breaths. Okay. Gender stereotypes. It's so annoying. Alright. I'm just annoyed because the glass ceiling metaphor is so much fucking bigger than... I'm obviously using the wrong terminology or whatever, because this glass ceiling specifically seems to be a term used to describe the pay gap between male and females, and I think they're bringing Asian into it for some reason. East Asian and American Asian. Except minorities or whatever. It's just everyone can do fucking better. I don't know why they have to make it just about fucking minorities like this. When I say minority, like everyone's a minority with something, like, do you know what I mean? Alright, fuck. Alright. Moving on. Moving very swiftly on. I can already hear the pitter patter of angry keyboard messages. We're moving on. Right, glass ceiling. So listen, glass ceiling wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Oh! You can keep that one. You can keep that one. Trademark that one. Glass ceiling wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Might use that. 6 hard truths for women regarding the glass ceiling. Oh, fuck off, like. Generally, for me, glass ceiling.
Glass ceiling.
What was that?
Glass ceiling.
Just means that it's for everyone. You think you can only go so far. Do you know what I mean? And my case study is a lovely man called PSY. And I was watching interviews with him. Jeez, he's only 41. I was watching interviews with him, and he felt, for some reason, he was a big, South Korean pop star or whatever, right? And then he had a video blow up on... He had a video blow up or whatever. Everyone loved him. He had the Gangnam Style whatever video. But he was still so insecure. Why was he insecure? Because he spoke Korean. And he thought people wouldn't like his music because he wasn't speaking the same language or whatever. And all this mad shit. And because he didn't really take himself seriously in a way, it affected him. I don't know, let's get straight on to the point. What I'm trying to say here is, without going off topic, is that Gangnam Style, South Korean singer PSY, is one of the best pop stars that the world has ever seen, in VeganSteven's opinion. He's just a cultural phenomenon. He's just unreal. And to think that something, I don't know, just, he had his own, what I'm trying to say is he had his own cultural mindset. He had his own glass ceiling, right? Which to me is just a limiting belief. That's what it means to me. I'm obviously mixing up my terminology here with some kind of feminist Asian minority definition that I didn't even know about. That's why I had to Google it, because sometimes words don't always mean what you think they mean by definition and stuff. But I should look. The point I'm trying to get is this lad had a glass ceiling. He didn't think he could be played and be popular in America, Europe, and all this stuff. Why? Because he was a Korean pop star. He just thought of himself as a Korean pop star. He didn't see that he could break through internationally. But he's fucking amazing. He's so fucking good. His live shows, I'll be using them as an influence for my own live act and so on. And I've studied his music, like dissected some of his songs in the last 10 years or so, and however long it's been. He's just amazing. Like, he's just fucking amazing. But yeah, it's just how his own top trending things. Maybe I'm not making a lot of sense to you guys. Let's see if there's a video here which I'm kind of having a look at, because it jumped up. It was only up for 5 days and it went up to 22 million. Okay, I'm wrong, I think. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. There's a song here, right? It's Your Woman, Billie Eilish or whatever. Very good marketing. I like your marketing. I like the sound of your marketing. I was studying her live show as an influence, and I was kind of confused by it, I must say. But I've been studying like everyone's live show, like Lil Wayne, Lil Xan, Lil Pump. I was studying that this morning before the podcast. I have to study everyone to make sure I have the best, to make sure I like become the best live show ever. Like I have to study everyone. So anyway, listen, Billie Eilish or whatever, it's been up for 5 days and it's at 22 million, alright? So the song's been up for 5 days. I'd like to have my calculator out for this one. Okay, the song has been out for 5 days. It has 22 million views. Yesterday, it had 22 million. I think that was, I don't know what time that was yesterday. So it's been 1 day. So between day 4 and day 5, it's gone up 1 million views, alright? But somehow in the first 4 days, it went up. So in the first 4 days, it went up to 22 million. And then in the last 24 hours, it's gone up 1 million. So that maths doesn't really kind of make sense as regards longevity. As regards to an organic, normally I've already explained how it works. They buy their own single, so everyone thinks it's number one, and then from that point on, it can reach organic reach. And because the internet recently reached India and so on, and advertising's super cheap over there because people haven't figured out how to monetize it, they're primarily using it for stuff like this, for putting stuff on the top of the charts, and so on. And you'll notice all your phone providers and so on are starting to move to India in the last year or so, just because the whole internet thing, the internet speed. It's a little bit complicated, and I may be talking out my arse, but this is what a lad in a pub told me once when I was hammered. Oh god, so what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that the maths doesn't make sense. How it's been 5 days. The first 4 days it went up to 22 million views. The last day is 1 million views. Alright, the maths doesn't make sense. There's a serious drop off. A very serious, a very extreme down. Like if I had all my money in Billie Eilish's song, I would be like, get the fuck out of there, man. This is quickly losing value, like, do you know what I mean? The maths doesn't make any sense. Just from, I don't know anything about it. Now, what could that mean? That could mean that 22 million people listened to the song, but only listened to some of it once, and they never came back. So 22 people listened to the song and didn't listen to it again. Alright, that's not really a good sign either. So is this an example of Vimeo cheating? Perhaps. I only did these sums in my head and I'm only guessing, but I see this stuff going on a lot and I've heard a lot of whispers. I've heard a lot of, it goes on across the board, you know what I mean? So much so that YouTube and so on have stopped counting views and they've gone more with likes, as far as I can believe, and so on. Just because, you know, the system's always been manipulated, and then people move on to the next platform, whether people figured out how to hack Instagram and then they move on to TikTok because they're sick of the old all the things, you know what I mean? So listen, that was the glass ceiling. I was going to see if there's any other definitions, because I may be looking for... Okay, obstacles hindering achievement, minority women, and as well as minority men. See, I don't think it has anything to do with minority. I just think it has to do with... Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It's basically when... Limiting self-belief is when you think to yourself, I can't do something because I am me, or whatever, because I am just something. And people always make up an excuse why they can't do something. That's a limiting self-belief. And that's what I mean by glass ceiling, limiting. Okay, I'm going to look up that limiting self-belief because that's the exact thing I'm looking for. I wasn't sure of the language. Self-belief. Okay, limiting self-belief. Brilliant. Alright, I think that's exactly what I want. Business.tuplus says, what are limiting self-beliefs? To put simply, self-beliefs are assumptions or perceptions. This is exactly what I want. Or perceptions that you've got about yourself and about the way the world works. Brilliant. This is exactly what I want. These assumptions are self-limiting because in some way they're holding back from achieving what you're capable of. That is exactly 100% what I want to talk about, without any doubts. Alright, that's going to be the title of this episode. Self-limiting beliefs, I think. Okay, brilliant. So that was great. So what I don't like is when you get a lovely term like glass ceiling, you're like, oh, it's fucking gorgeous, and then I think it's why I'm so annoyed emotionally about this is because people always seem to make up excuses on why they can't do something, and they just go, listen, it's fine, I can't do something because I'm a goat. What do you want me to do? I'm a goat. Do you know what I mean? I shit on the ground, I've only got 4 legs, the farmer shears me once a week or whatever the fuck it is. And the other people, yeah. Okay. Alright. So, that's the crack, you know what I'm saying? So we'll come back and look a little bit more into limiting self-beliefs. So we've talked about how Psy had a limiting self-belief about how he couldn't be an international pop star. Why? Because English wasn't his first language and he wasn't fluent in English yet. Okay? That's a self-limiting belief. Alright, that's exactly why I was a little bit unsure how to phrase exactly what I wanted to say. I had to use the internet to help communicate my idea with you guys. So that might be something. I just found that really interesting that when I looked into the actual terminology I was using, it was actually the wrong terminology, even though I love the way all the associations and connotations it has in my own mind. It doesn't mean that to other people as it stands. So listen, I'm going to leave you alone with the problem tree. I know he gets a bit handsy, but sure, look, I can't find anyone else in short notice, and whoa. Oh, I'm building hype like it's going out of fashion. I'm building hype. I'm building some hype. We've only got 8 minutes left to build this. Wait, fuck. Fucking VeganSteven's going freestyle. Where's the hi-hat? What shit? What a self. How about what a self-limiting beliefs? What a self-limiting beliefs? What a self-limiting syllables. Believe. What a self-limiting belief. Alright, thank you. Feel free to use that as your ringtone. Once again, what are self-limiting beliefs? Put simply, self-limiting beliefs are assumptions or perceptions that you have got about yourself. The way the world works, these assumptions are self-limiting because in some way what you're holding back, and so on. Alright, I've just gone dyslexic up in here. It's mad how my dyslexia gets, depending on different factors. It either is really fucking, I can barely read, or else I can read it if I bomb through it, and this dyslexia stuff makes no sense. Alright, habits for well-being. Let's see what this has to say. What are limiting belief examples? Here we go. There are many examples of limiting beliefs. They can be general or specific. Specific limiting beliefs relate to specific areas of life, including money. People have so many limiting beliefs about money, it's fucking crazy. That's what... Alright, we'll talk about that anyway. You can learn about that in your the Make Money Now course. I think we've got 6 or 7 hours up. I'm not going to stop till it reaches 100. Same with the music course. Here we go. All free. Money, family, friends, work, health and fitness. Buy the merch. Links in bio. Patreon, all the best. Okay, general beliefs are more... Sorry, we'll try and multitask. Okay, these are examples, right, of limiting beliefs, including money, family, friends, work, health, fitness, general beliefs. They're kind of copping out now. They're getting they've run out of examples. More global and can relate to many different areas. Alright, that's from habitsforwellbeing.com. How to change by... Okay, what are empowering beliefs? Now we're kind of going the opposite. We're going a little bit off topic, but sure, we'll just see. Empowering beliefs do the opposite. Okay, well, maybe this is helpful. They tell you that regardless of circumstance, you are capable of succeeding. Hell yeah, girl! Believing positively about yourself empowers you to keep striving towards your goal. Without limiting yourself with negativity. Damn! I want this tattooed on my cock, because I'm trying to see how many times I can say cock in one cocking episode. Empowering beliefs give you the confidence to preserve through rough patches. Preservate. What is self-limiting behaviour? Ooh, yes, I like this. This is addicted2success.com. Oh my word, it's getting very cold in Studio B. It's Studio B. Man, you guys are going to blow your fucking mind if you ever see Studio A. Alright, the behaviour that keeps many... This once again is what is self-limiting behaviour. It's addicted to success. Here we go. The behaviour that keeps many people from achieving success is self-limiting beliefs. ... Self-limiting beliefs include thinking you are too inexperienced for a job. That is so fucking true. It's called imposter syndrome, by the way. You should check it out. Inexperienced for a job. Believing you shouldn't... We hold ourselves back, people. Believing you shouldn't take a risk because you'll fail. That's so true. Thinking it is too late. Yeah, so true again. Or you don't need more money because you are comfortable. Yeah, man, these things just fuck. For me, anyway, I just know from personal experience, these things just, I really have to fucking keep an eye on it because it just fucking fucks me up. I always think, I don't deserve this because I'm just this, or whatever, do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm too old. I'm too old to do something, or else I'm too young to do something is one of my main excuses for not taking action. It's like, you have to be like fucking 40 to do a good podcast, and you have to be... I remember what I was going to talk about earlier. Every podcast I've listened to, I'm going to list them off. Alright, you ready? Okay. I used to do a podcast, allegedly, I only did a few little episodes and it's kind of a shit show. And embarrassing and all the rest, but hopefully it's deleted off the internet forever. So I listened to my own podcast. Classic VeganSteven, narcissist, God complex, Messiah complex as well for the crack, cock complex for the crack as well. I gotta look up the definition of cock. Let's see. So all the podcast, just so you know, I've no credentials of any kind. Sure, I'm really good looking, and sure, I'm a really good lover in bed. But what do I know about podcasting? Sure, I helped invent the vegan cheeseburger, and sure, I helped stop world hunger in the Republic of Basmati in the 90s. But anyway, search for a word. I'm going to type in cock. Cock. Let's find out what it means. Oh.
Cock.
Can we turn that up? Can you guys hear that? Yeah.
Cock. Cock. Cock.
Let's make a song. Wait, let's turn on now.
Cock. Cock.
Let's make it emotional. Right. It sounds like you're just saying cook. Okay, time to get serious. Come on, it's a professional show. Learn to pronounce cock. Oh my god. This isn't... K-O-K it says. Slow.
Cock. Cock.
There you are.
Cock.
I can go into different kinds of American pronunciation. Here we go.
Cock.
Cock. Cock.
Cock.
Cock.
Cock.
Cock. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Because that's all I care. So listen, I'm going to go to every podcast just so you guys can, understand that you guys can do literally anything you fucking want. I said I already had this limiting self-belief that I couldn't podcast, and maybe some people still agree with that, I don't know. But I've just made an episode, seen how many times I can say cock in one thing. So it's all... okay, what podcasts have I ever listened to? I've listened to a podcast about... I listened to about 15 episodes of a podcast on recording, and they were trying to record... I don't remember the name. It was called like Working Class Recording People, and it just went through all these engineers and just asked them how they set up their business and so on, and how to deal with clients and what microphones they like and so on. It was a good podcast, but I don't know. So I listened to that podcast. Listened to about 20 episodes of that. I listened to about 30, I'm guessing, episodes of some songwriting podcast. Where they just talked about songwriting, and that was really interesting. And every so often they get on someone famous and they just talk about songwriting, so I like that. That was good. I should probably find out the exact name, shouldn't I? Fuck's sake, sorry for cursing. Something like Working Class Audio or something. Podcast. Okay, yeah, Working Class Audio, navigating through the world of recording. Okay, there you are. And so, listen, Working Class Audio, I really enjoy your things. I think it's been going for 5 years. Jesus Christ. Vance, 6-time Grammy Award winning thing. Okay, cool. I listened to some songwriting podcast. All right. Now, don't worry, this won't be long. I've only listened to 4 podcasts in my fucking life, so don't sit tight, alright? I won't be long. I swear. Singing, songwriting podcast. Songwriting podcast. Song Exploder. What are these ones? Song Packet Resolution. It might be Song Exploder. It's two British lads. There we go. Soda Jerker. Okay. So Soda Jerker is the podcast to listen to. So I haven't listened to it in like 2 years or something. So as I said, I listened to like 30 episodes, thought it was class, but then I don't know, just stopped listening to it. So I listened to one about record audio engineers, listened to one about fucking thing, any other podcast I would listen to. I think there's some group called, I don't know if it's a podcast or not. Recently I watched a few episodes of this kind of video cast by H3. It's like these two, it's like an American couple or something. And they're just like a couple and they just kind of look at memes and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't even think of that as a podcast really, it's just like a YouTube video I like. So finally, I've never actually listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, but sometimes I like watching like, you know, best of little clips because he talks like some really cool philosophers and stuff. That's it really. So I've only listened to like 4 podcasts in my life. I've been in rooms where podcasts were playing. I was at one podcast live, which was kind of shit because it was kind of like, I don't know. But having saying that, I'll probably be selling tickets for my own live podcast, so what the fuck do I know what people want. Yeah, so we're wrapping up the show because we ran out of time. We're already 4 minutes over, so I'm just going to do a nice little recap just to tie everything nicely together, tie a little bow on it. We were going to look at business news, not really that arsed, but we might have a little look. Alright, we'll just fly through, just close up everything. I'm gonna look up the definition of cock just for the wherever it's here. I think it's gone. Okay, here. What's the definition of cock? Okay, number 1, a male bird, especially a domestic fowl, similar to rooster. It's a noun, cock, plural noun, cocks. Vulgar slang, a man's penis. Oh, that's number 2, okay. And nonsense, that's a lot of cock. Informal British, that's very good. I'm starting to like this one. A firing leveler in a gun which can be raised or released to the trigger, also called cock. And a stopcock, it doesn't say what that is, but a stopcock is, because thank fuck vegan, one of the lads is educated here. A stopcock is to do with plumbing in your attic, and if once your water flows from your mains pipe, there's a big tank of water, right? I know this is not interesting in any way. There's a big tank of water in your attic, and what that does is it takes water off the road and fills up this tank. Alright, now it would just keep filling up and filling up and filling up, and that's this thing called a stopcock. So all it does is when the water reaches, say, halfway, the ball goes up with buoyancy, and the end of the stopcock just kind of closes off the tank from the outside. Alright, and then you just have enough water to keep going for your shower or whatever. So thank you very much. Stopcock. That's your plumbing lesson. I may or may not have grown up on building sites, so I may know a thing or two about. Sure, VeganSteven goes around saying he's a genius, so maybe he knows. Maybe he knows nothing. Maybe he knows a few things. Origin of cock is late Middle England. There you are. Spelled K-O-K, Danish. Kocka, K-O-K-A in Swedish, and K-O-K again, meaning hemp. Yoo-hoo! Norwegian again. Use of cock over time. In the 1800s, it was very, very big. Had a big dip there in the between the 1950s, around the what are we looking at here? Between 2010 and 1950, there was a massive dip there between 1950 and 2010. The use of cock, but it's come back with a fucking vengeance in the last in the last 3 years. So if you want to sound trendy and cool, you gotta say, I can't believe they actually have a fucking graph on how often, you know, the word cock is used, and it's on Oxford. So fuck my gee, like. It's also related to, it was cock too.
Cock.
He's back. So listen, should I call this episode cock, or should I call this episode glass ceiling? I don't know.
Cock.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. And I really have to go. So, quick 4 seconds at the news maybe. Commuter hell, my daily commute is affecting my mental health, says one day ago. Number 2, deny cannabis link to mental health illness is like arguing earth is flat. Oh, you're such a fucking... Anyway, moving on. Okay. I have no opinions that I wish to make public on the matter. Alright, and Russia Today is doing its thing. The journal is doing its thing. I'm gonna leave the journal to it. Is Ireland doing enough to do climate change? Sorry. Okay, it's definitely... I'm going. I'm saying goodbye. Why do people always are fucking mad? Okay. Why does every poll have an I don't know option? People need to make clear decisions. I don't know. Some polls are crap. So the only comments are people giving out about how the poll. Show me a hole in the planet first, then I'll worry about what we aren't doing. It's an awful lot of bollocks to make money out of us. Yeah, I agree with what they're saying in some ways, alright. Like, it's not like climate change is some new thing and, oh, we're changing the world. Oh, yes, change! Change! It's the latest fucking trend, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking vegan, so you can obviously see that, yes, I obviously do think it's a fucking good idea. But I also see how it's being manipulated to make money and all that stuff. But listen, I'm just here to cook some good vibes in the morning. This has been your morning espresso. You can just fucking... I don't care if feminists and minorities are trying to rob this fucking expression. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're not a minority, if you're some rich kid or if you're fucking don't have any genitals. You can still do what you want even if you don't have any fucking genitals, alright? And even if you're not Asian, you can still do what the fuck you want. Alright, that's everything. I think I've pissed off every minority there is. So if I got any minorities, go fuck yourself. With love, and I only want the best for you. My lawyer rang me and he was like, listen, you can't be slagging off women for having hairy legs. And I was like, oh Jesus. So what I meant to say was, why do I have to explain every fucking joke I make? Okay, what I meant to say when I was slagging off, I wasn't even slagging off people with hairy legs. What I was saying was, right, I'm not fucking bothered. Right, good luck. It wasn't a malicious act. It was like an instinctual. Do you know when you fucking see a fly and you're like, oh my god, it's a fly? It was that kind of. It wasn't any malicious by it. It was just like a kind of a some kind of gut instinct. Like, I'm sure if every woman had hairy legs, I wouldn't have that fucking thing and whatever. All right, argue amongst yourselves. I'm out. Well, I got ready to do this sign off kiss thing here. Here we go. Oh, that's kind of